Immigration was one of President-elect Donald Trump's biggest issues on the campaign trail, and now that he's slated to return to the White House, he's looking to deliver on promises made.
On day one, I will launch the largest deportation program in American history.
Trump has nominated former acting director of ICE Tom Homan to be in charge of deporting immigrants here illegally back to their country of origin. That's about 11 million people as of 2022, according to the U.S. Department of Homeland Security. Now, to do this, Trump has said he would invoke the Alien Enemies Act, a law dating back to 1798 that allows the president to deport anyone who is not an American citizen and is from a country where there is a threatened or attempted invasion or predatory incursion. He has spoken about declaring a national emergency and using the military to facilitate deportation. He's also discussed scaling back the use of temporary protected status for immigrants whose lands are deemed unsafe. Drew Coffey tells us why immigrants here in the QC say this has led to uncertainty for them.
Hey, John, while covering this story, the word uncertain kept popping up. Local immigrants are unsure about what's to come when Trump takes office, or if his plans of deportations across the U.S. will come to fruition. I spoke with a few immigrants, documented and undocumented, around the area about how they are processing the national threat of deportation.
We didn't know where to go.
Only a teenager, Noemi Roque immigrated with her family from Mexico around 25 years ago.
It was so hard for them. We have to sleep on the floors.
And she says the transition can be a turtle race.
Not knowing the culture, not knowing the language, we have to face many barriers.
Noemi, along with her family, learned to them a foreign culture.
Right now with the elections and what's happening with the new president, they're scared. It's people that they have called us and asked us how this is gonna look like for them.
We want to have borders. We want to have security.
President-elect Donald Trump plans to carry out mass deportations when he returns to the White House, calling illegal immigration a national emergency.
Están preocupados por la nueva administración,
We spoke with undocumented immigrants about their concern for safety, and they wish to keep their identities hidden.
No sé, preocupado.
I don't know. I'm worried for the families. Everything that will be impacted, including the economy. All the Latino communities will be affected. I'm worried for the families, and I'm worried for myself.
Pues siento un poco de temor por mí y por mi familia.
I feel a lot of fear, but if he's saying he's only going to deport bad people, well, hopefully it stays that way. Hopefully nothing happens to us.
Every Sunday, they have hot meals.
Amy DeHaven with Quad Cities Alliance for Immigrants and Refugees, or QC-AIR, works every day to help smooth their transition into the U.S. She says immigrants, out of fear, are deciding whether to pack their bags and move out of the states.
It's so divisive right now and so much uncertainty that they really don't know what's going to happen. And unfortunately, we don't either.
But one thing is certain.
I do. I care very much.
Every immigrant has their own story to tell.
Some of the stories are so hard. They're humans, and I understand, that it's a difficult situation. Our last administration didn't handle it well, but I don't think the extreme opposite is the answer.
One of those lending an ear is Noemi herself, now working with QC-AIR, listening and connecting with every conversation, reminding her of her own journey.
I think that's where my heart is just because I can feel what they're feeling. I can be in their shoes.
Those shoes show where they've been and what challenges they've faced along the way.
I don't blame them for leaving, but I know that it is an emotional decision.
Me siento mal porque van a tener que dejar a sus.
I feel bad because a lot of families have to leave their kids behind. Their homes, everything they work for in this country, they have to leave it behind. I feel bad for that.
Me siento un poco mal por ellos porque pues.
Well, I feel really bad for them because this is a great country. I wish everybody could live a great life here.
Andrew, you spoke to a number of immigrant resource groups in our area. What are they doing right now in advance of President-elect Trump taking office?
So organizations like I talked to, like QC Air, they're basically conducting business as they usually do, helping kind of smooth that transition for immigrants who have recently came into the country right here in the Quad Cities. And that's education, that's food, that's parenting, that's kind of just basic resources that immigrants need to kind of acclimate well to going to a new country. But what they're also doing is they're also helping them understand the laws that they do have in the U.S., especially right now where, you know, topics of laws and what's going to happen is very kind of under question right now. And so, yeah, like QC Air and many other organizations said, they're just carrying out business like they usually do on a regular day, waiting to see what Trump does when he goes back to office in January.
All right, very good. Drew, thank you. Thank you for reporting.
Thank you.